endocrine system. The endocrine system, all in all, there's 15 points that they are allocated for questions on endocrine system in paper 1. And if we go through this, you can see as we go through it, they must ask you something about it. Maybe what is the function of the thyroid or the function of adrenaline. So concentrate on the few on this next questions and see if you can answer it. If you're not, make a note so you can go home and you can study that. If you can already now answer it, you know you have learned something today. But this is studying work, so you must go and learn. So let's look at the type of questions that they can ask you. Right. The first, they give us a picture. As I told you, they give us a picture and they ask us to label the glands and give the function of one of them. So if we look at this, in this question, this specific question, they ask, give the number, label the number 1 and 4, but we can go and see number 1. Now, I give you time to think if you know the answer. Number 1 is the pituitary gland. Number 2, the thyroid gland. Number 3, the pancreas. And number 4, the adrenal glands. So those are the 4 glands. And write down only the number of the gland that have the following function. If they ask only the number, don't write the name. Please write the number. That produces the hormone glucagon. Glucagon is produced by the pancreas, and that is number 3. Number 3. Remember now, glucagon is a hormone and it's secreted by the alpha cells. Produce a hormone that controls the growth of long bones. Growth. So there's a tip. So that is the growth hormone, and the growth hormone is secreted by the hypophyse or the pituitary gland, and that is number 1. Right, this one produces an iodine-containing hormone is something that we must learn or know, because iodine consists of the hormone thyroxine, and thyroxine is produced by the gland number 2, the thyroid gland. So remember this, thyroxine contains iodine, and that is an element, so the hormone is secreted by the thyroid gland. Produces a hormone that is involved in the reabsorption of some salts. Reabsorption, salts, is the hormone's name is the aldosterone hormone, and it is being produced by number 4, the kidneys, or the adrenal glands above the kidneys. Now remember, salts, the homeostasis of salts, go and learn that also. Now, the next question they ask, state 2 similarities between hormones and nerves. Hormones and nerve systems. In the PowerPoint I give you differences, but now they ask similarities. So this is one I also want you to take note of. Similarities between the hormone and nerve system. Now, one similarity is all hormones and nerve systems, they protect the human body. They are there to protect us. Hormones protect us for blood sugar levels, too high blood sugar levels. Hormones protect us. Nerve system protects us by the reflex arch. There's the reflex arch that protects us, and both of these two reacts on a stimuli that is internal. An internal stimuli that makes us aware of something of the environment. Hormones, if the environment changes by blood glucose level or whatever, or the nerve, we react on a stimuli to protect us. So the two answers, the two similarities, hormones and nerves system protects organisms, and the other one is they react on an internal or an external stimuli. They react on something to protect us. All right. And then state one functional difference between hormones and motor nerves. Now, motor nerves is the same as the nerve system. And remember, during break, I give you a chance to write it down. So this one, hormones, operates in the blood system. It secreted hormones. This one reacts or operates on neurons and is electromechanic, rapid reaction, long-lasting reaction, or slow reaction, etc. So you can see, very important, go and learn your differences between hormones and nerve system. So in this question, they can give you a sketch, and they can ask you the different glands and the different hormones. So please go and learn your hormones functions and which gland secrete it. All right. Now we can look at a long type of question. Although I'm not sure that I can ask it because it's now 20 points and I only asked 15 points, but nevertheless, let's look at something like this. For example, describe the role of the hypothalamus. Now remember, the first PowerPoint I give you, I said the hypothalamus produces ADH, but it's stored in the pituitary gland. And the adrenal glands in bringing about change in the blood vessels of the human skin, and explain why these changes take place. So why is this important for me? This is important because they combine a question on hormones and they combine a question on blood vessels and the human skin, homeostasis. So what can this be? The hypothalamus and the adrenal glands in bringing about changes in the blood vessels of the human skin. So hormones and nerve system, or homeostasis of the skin, they bring it together. So what is this about the hypothalamus and the skin? The hypothalamus and the skin, this is not so into endocrine system, but the hypothalamus and the skin plays a role because the hypothalamus senses when the temperature drops or the temperature is high or the temperature is low, and then it stimulates the nerve system to on a cold day or on a warm day. But in this case, the very importance is of the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands. Now, the adrenal glands secreted adrenaline, and that is the part of the endocrine system that you must be able to answer. Now, the adrenal glands secreted the hormone adrenaline, and that is why I told you that you must go and learn the function of the adrenal gland. And its function on the blood vessels is it makes the blood vessels to contract, so less blood flows into this blood vessels, less heat is produced, less heat is lost. Less heat is lost. So this question is all about thermoregulation on a hot or a cold day. What will happen on the hot and the cold day? Now remember, the adrenal glands, the adrenaline function is to narrow the blood vessels. That is the important thing that you must know in this case. It is to narrow. So if they ask the homeostasis of temperature, this is what you're going to ask. And hypothalamus function in blood vessels is to detect, is it a cold day or is it a hot day? So remember now, you must remember that the thyroid gland also secretes thyroxine on a cold day to produce thyroxine for metabolic rates to metabolic rate to increase. So just look at this question. Describe the role of the hypothalamus and the adrenal glands in bringing about changes in blood vessels of the human skin. So this is about a cold day and a hot day and the role the adrenaline glands play on it. So, and adrenaline can make the blood vessels contract, less blood flows in it, less heat is lost. So just remember this type of question.